So a goal that we have with the cable RDL is to maintain resistance throughout the entire range of motion. So for me, that means that I need to stand on some sort of an elevation in order to not bottom out my cable machine before I actually get to my full hinge. Notice how at the bottom of my hinge, that ball stopper is almost touching the pulley start point, which means if I were standing on the ground, I wouldn't be able to get to my full hinge before that ball stopper hit the pulley and my entire resistance would go slack. So for many of you, this is going to mean you're going to need to stand on some sort of a sturdy, elevated surface in order to get resistance throughout that entire range of motion. If you are a taller individual or if your cable machine starts really, really low to the ground, you may not need to stand on an elevated surface. The test is just to see if you're able to get to a full hinge while still keeping resistance in the cable. I want you to start nice and close to the cable machine on these so that the cable is pulling us down, not forward. Basically, start as close as you can so that when you're in your hinge, your head is not bumping into the post in front of you, but as close as you can get beyond that is ideal. We want to keep a fairly straight leg on this exercise because it is hamstring biased. So just a soft bend in the knee and then keep the leg as straight as you can. We're driving the hips back, and when they can no longer go any farther back, we drive the hips forward. Last thing on these is that I personally prefer a neutral grip. I find that it is easier to add more load and to keep the upper back stabilized. So look for a cable attachment that is ideally the width of your shoulders, not the one that is really narrow and the handles are right next to each other.